When I became chief, I knew there was a long and hard road ahead to rebuild the NOPD into the police department that our residents and visitors expected and deserved. We knew we had to put as many officers on the streets as possible, and at the same time, we had to work hard to continue to grow the department long term. So we got to work to put more boots on the ground now. We immediately moved 32 officers from behind desks and put them back on patrol. We created new civilian positions in areas like technology, special victims section, and in the Public Integrity Bureau to free up officers to focus on patrol and investigations. To help clear backlog of calls for service, we beefed up the Alternative Police Response Unit, and we've significantly increased the amount of property crime reports we've taken over the phone. Year to date, the APR unit has taken over 1,540 reports over the phone, and they've made 6,874 callbacks to complainants waiting for an officer. Building on that momentum, we took steps in building an online reporting system that should be in place later this year. And to continue to cut wasted time in the field, we work with the mayor's office and the city council to update our false alarm ordinance so our officers can spend more time responding to actual emergencies. But we must do more to provide the residents and visitors with the adequate security they deserve. That's why today, I'm announcing the next step forward, a major restructuring effort that will increase police presence and help reduce violent crime in neighborhoods across the city. Following the 2016 carnival season, I will be adding 94 officers to the streets to respond to citizens' call for service. This surge in neighborhood patrols will significantly increase police presence on our streets, helping to prevent crime from happening, and then helping to quickly arrest individuals who choose to commit crime. And as we grow, every neighborhood will see more police officers. To make this happen, the department will undergo a major restructuring that will include consolidating staff positions and reassigning district duties. Traditionally, we had commissioned police officers handling administrative and mechanic duties at individual district stations. There's no reason why these tasks can't be handled by civilians. So we've already begun hiring civilian mechanics, and we've also assigned civilian personnel to each district to assist with administrative duties. Reassigning staff from non-district assignments, including headquarters and our motorcycle unit. This will put officers specially trained in traffic enforcement in the districts. Redesigning the quality of life program. We're building an NOPD into a community police focused department. In order to do that, every officer should have time built into their schedule for community policing. This plan accounts for that and moves quality of life officers back to patrol. There's no doubt this is a major shift for the department, and I can tell you that this decision was not made overnight. In fact, over the past several years, various watchdog agencies, including the Office of the Inspector General, the Metropolitan Crime Commission, have called on the department to review its deployment strategies and to assign more officers to respond for calls for service. This strategy pulls directly from a staffing analysis completed by Berkshire Advisors, a group I commissioned last year to review our staffing resources and determine how we can best use what we have. It also came out of multiple discussions with officers of every rank, other law enforcement agencies, our consent decree monitoring team and our judge who oversees the consent decree, and obviously members of the community. The new deployment strategy is the next step forward in putting the right number of officers on the street. It will also help to significantly improve police response times. In fact, according to Berkshire and Associates, the additional manpower on the streets will help us meet a goal of responding to emergency calls for service within 7 minutes, 90% of the time. At the same time, this year we expect to begin seeing the results of work we've done to cut wasted time in the field by updating our false alarm ordinance and launching the online reporting system for our residents and visitors to report nonviolent property crimes over the phone. To continue to add more qualified officers to the force now, we will hire officers on a part-time basis this year for the very first time. We're targeting commissioned officers who left the department in good standing, who want to continue their public service, but on a part-time basis. Officers hired would be allowed to work up to 24 hours per week. They would be assigned to field patrol in districts and respond to citizens' call for service. These positions are currently open and are available, and we expect to begin hiring these part-time officers in the upcoming weeks. At the same time, we're continuing to aggressively recruit and hire and train more officers to grow the NOPD now and for the long term. This year, our recruitment budget is $500,000, and we expect to raise an additional $250,000 from the New Orleans Police and Justice Foundation. The last of the 15% pay raise over the past year is now in place. Through targeted recruiting efforts, a better and faster application process, and expanded marketing, I'm confident we'll meet our goal of hiring 150 new recruits in 2016. And later this year, voters will decide on a proposal that will give us increased funding for recruiting, staffing, and resources as we strive to reach the goal of 1,600 officers by 2020. This is an opportunity for us to restore the public's confidence in our department and get back to the basics of policing. You call us for help, we're coming. We will continue to use every available resource to make NOPD bigger, better, faster department. And as we grow, we will continue to rebuild the department back in a smart way that best serves the residents and our visitors.